friends, welcome back to my channel. Sas here. I'm here to do a review of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Now, last night's episode really didn't bring us much of nothing. I mean nothing. So, let's just get into it, okay? Let's talk about Rebecca and Zeid, alright? So, Rebecca, she's still there, chilling with her man, okay? They've already done the bump. Alright, so he is on his way to meet his friends for a soccer game. So she's like, I'm nervous because, it's the first time meeting the friends, and, I just really want the friends to like me. And Zeid said that he's nervous because he wants his friends to like her as well. So, they get there. We see Zeid run out on the field. He's looking at his homeboys and he was like, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Look what I got over there. Is that her? That's her. So she's standing there like, is he going to introduce me? So she goes up there and she was like, are you going to introduce me to your friends? So, of course, all the friends start coming and they're shaking hands, greetings, salutations. Hey, how you doing? So, everybody's sitting down, relaxing. And so his friends are just looking at her. Now, one of the friends was like, now, we seen that picture. The filtered face picture, and she really don't look like that. But, hey, she's still cute. So then they go into talking about her age and, her tattoos. And they are intrigued by Rebecca. All right. First of all, she's American, she's attractive, and she has tattoos. And the women over there at Tunisia just don't have, you just don't see that. So they are intrigued by her. She's feeling, a little bit uncomfortable because they're like asking questions about her age and, money. And one of them was like that, American women have money and how, he would like to, find him an American woman. I was like, child, pump your brakes. I mean, just the things that they think that go on in America and American women. So, honey, let me just tell you, okay? All right? Let me just tell you, Zeid friends, not all American women are like Rebecca. Let me just say that, okay? Totally different. So, she says that she's a little, tense, and, she was a little overwhelmed by meeting his friends. The past couple of days has not gone as planned, and she just want to go out. She want to go out, have some drinks, and just dance the night away. So her and Zeid is getting ready, and she's putting on her makeup, had her hair up, and so she laid out a couple of outfits. And so she held up this shirt, and he was like, no. He said, no, you cannot be wearing that. This is not America. This is inappropriate. People will look at you. I don't want people looking at you. He also said that he is jealous. He's aware that he's jealous, okay? And he don't want nobody looking at his woman. So she was like, well, what's the big deal? He was like, no, absolutely not. You are not wearing that. So she goes ahead and puts it on. And guys, literally, it was a tank top like this with a V. It wasn't even a deep V. The V went up to here. You didn't see no cleavage, no nothing. Her arms was out, of course, because it was a tank top. It wasn't even a midriff. Okay? So he said, nope, you are not wearing that. He said no. And he was adamant. And he got so upset by that. He was like, I'm not going with you. If you're going to wear that, I'm not going with you. So she was like, what? You are being ridiculous. So she says that her ex-husband, who was Moroccan, was very controlling. He didn't let her wear, those type of things. And she went along with it. Okay, whatever he said, she did. So she was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to let a man control me. So she was like, okay, I'm going to wear this shirt, but I will put on my leather jacket, and you can't even see it. He was like, no, 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 still unacceptable. No, no. So she finally beats him down. And so she puts on her leather jacket. It was already tense. He was already upset. So they go to the little club, and, you know, they were sitting there. He's still upset over this outfit. He was saying, you know, this is not how his woman should dress. And so she was like, will you calm down? Will you chill out? Okay, and then they go back and forth. All right, and then he made a comment like, you dress like that, that makes you not a good woman. And honey, her eyes got as big as saucers. And so she was like, what are you saying? Okay, what are you saying? I'm not a good woman? Is that what you saying? Honey, she done took off the leather jacket. Honey, I thought he was going to have a seizure right then and there. He was like, put that back on. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. And she was like, no, it's fine. It's okay. All right, it's fine. All right, so his friends come over. And did y'all check what that one girl had on? She had on a short dress. You know, looked like she had some gloves. It was sleeveless with a V-neck. And I was like, well, honey, some Tunisian women dress like that, Zeid. So I don't know what you tripping over. You are upset. You don't want your woman to have any type of sex appeal. And quite frankly, friends, it was a tank top. I said, girl, okay, all right. So his friends come over, and one friend in particular, now mind you, she has a full sleeve of tattoos. Honey, that one friend is looking at her like, at any moment I thought he was going to lean over and go like this. I'm like, child, are you going to lick her off? I mean, he was looking, all right? And so here's Zeid. Don't look at her. Are you looking at my woman? What you doing? You're supposed to be friends. What's going on? Cut it out. And so his friend is like, oh, I can look. I'm going to look. How long have we been friends? If you don't calm down and sit down. And so he was like, no, no, no. Zeid stands up. And he is literally going at it with his friend. I mean, just fussing and raising his voice and telling him, don't be looking at her. Don't look at her like that. And so she's like, stop. She was like, calm down, just stop. And then another friend was like, calm down, just stop. And so the other friend who was looking at her tattoos, he was like, I like her tattoos. I'm looking at her tattoos. And he said, I'm not going to stop looking, child. Zeid was on one that night. I mean, he was fit to be tied. And so here's Rebecca. She says, I have never seen that side of him. And she said, I don't like it. She said, this is a red flag. Rebecca, girl, he's upset because you wearing a tank top. You think that's a red flag? He's already said that he's jealous. Okay, just by his behavior, he's controlling. All right, now you should already know these red flags since you always talk about your ex-husband, girl. Honey, that's Rebecca and Zeid. But one thing about Rebecca, I'm giving her props for. Honey, she's getting behind that wheel and she's driving around Tunisia like she was back home. I said, girl, you better drive. I guess she was like, since I'm paying for this car for 3 weeks, I better get in this car and figure out how to drive. So anyway, that is Rebecca and Zeid. All right, let's talk about Timothy and Jennifer. As we know, Timothy, he has the ex-fiance that he's still close with. They're best friends. Veronica ain't trying to sabotage his relationship. No, she ain't trying to do that job. She's not trying to hurt that relationship at all. She's just trying to be friends. Okay, Veronica. Now, Jennifer is a woman that he loves, that he wants to marry, he wants to propose to. She lives in Colombia. She is a mother. She is a model. And honey, the sun don't shine till Jennifer wakes up. Jennifer says that she likes attention. She likes attention from men. Jennifer likes to be validated. That's what I think. She wants a man to tell her how beautiful she is, how lovely she is, how sexy she is. And if she don't get that validation at least 2 times a day, she gonna let you know it. She gonna let you know it. So, Timothy, he finally gets to Colombia. Jennifer is there with her daughter. Very cute girl. And of course, kissy kissy, huggy huggy. They're in the taxi. And she is just talking. Alright? And Timothy, he's sitting very awkwardly in the cab. And so, you know, she's like, why aren't you looking at me? And so he's like, well, I'm sitting, you know, kind of awkwardly in the cab. And he was like, I really can't, you know, look at you, but don't worry. You are so beautiful. You are so gorgeous. And she was like, I know, obviously. I know. I'm like, girl. So, she brings up Veronica. Alright? Because Veronica had either texted him or called him to see if he made it to Colombia okay. So she was like, well, who is that? And he was like, that's Veronica. She's just seeing if I made it to Colombia okay because she took me to the airport. And here's Jennifer. Oh, she took you to the airport? She took you to the airport. And he was like, yeah, you know, no one else is willing to do it. So I told her that I will let her know when I got to Colombia, you know, everything is okay. And she was like, you know how I feel about this relationship. She said, you know how I feel about you talking to your ex. She said, how about if I talk to my ex? Then she said, how about I tell my ex what you want to eat? You're going to take me out to eat? Honey, I was cracking up. And that girl in that car seat, honey, she was like this. Honey, Veronica was fit to be tied. And he was like, oh my God. He said, I just got off the plane. We haven't even made it to the place yet. And she is already in on me about Veronica. And she's going to stay on you about Veronica, Timothy. Okay? That little going away party, and then there's Veronica sitting there with her boobs cinched up to her chin. Okay? What do you think Jennifer's reaction is going to be? Jennifer has not wavered. Jennifer has told you from jump she does not like your relationship with your ex. You know this. So, anyway, that is Jennifer and Timothy. Now, let's just get Caesar out the way. Y'all, it has come to the point with Caesar that it is just sad. It is sad and pathetic. Alright, as we know, Caesar, alright, he has tried 3 times to see this woman in 5 years. Alright, excuse. Alright, he has sent her money to get a plane ticket. No plane ticket. So now, he bought a plane ticket. Alright. Within, you know, a couple of days. I don't know where he got that money from. He says that he's done work 7 days a week, overtime. He haven't even paid his bills, and he is eating dried up ramen. Honey, did y'all see that dried up ramen noodle? Was the water in that pot? I said, He's sending all this money to a woman who don't care nothing about him, risking his lights, risking his digestive system, risking his health. So, it's the day before, alright? He's supposed to go to Cancun. He has texted her. He has called her. No response. What was it, friends? 2 to 3 to meet him in Cancun. And this idiot, this simpleton, okay, goes off and says she's going to be there. I'm not even going to think about it. She's going to be there. But let's just say she don't be there. It will break my heart. And then them little tears was forming in his eyes. I did not feel a bit sorry for him. All of the clues are in your face. Nicole 2.0. All right? This woman literally has to tell this man, I hate you. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I'm using you. I'm cheating on you. I don't love you. And then spit through the phone, because she never going to meet him. So she's going to have to spit through the phone and then break the phone. And then he might get it. But only after he sends her another $800. I'm telling you, I can't take this niglet. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Honey, this got me all kinds of bent. It's like Caesar. So he gets on the plane. He gets to Cancun and they lose his luggage. I said, Lord have mercy. Did y'all see how bare the inside of that airport was? I said, where everybody at? What time is it there? I mean, it was nobody. It was like deserted. I'm like, child, bye. Just like his relationship with Maria. Deserted. The only one down in that relationship is Caesar. So, he said he will deal with it tomorrow. All right. He's just still worried about Maria because she got 2 days to get there or a day and a half to get there. He cannot wait to see the woman of his dreams so he can propose with that 199.99 cubic zirconium diamondoid ring. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Darcy's drunk ass and Tom. So as you know, Tom, he did not want to sleep with Darcy on the first, encounter. He wanted to, take his time. And so he rented out an Airbnb. Very lovely, all right? It was very nice, all right? So he's showing the Airbnb to Darcy, the different rooms. And they were very nice. And so he was like, we're not going to stay in the same room. We're going to have separate rooms. And of course, she didn't like that. Because it's been years. She's been waiting for this. So, he shows her a downstairs room. Okay? And she gets all tore up. She starts crying and gets all emotional, talking about, I don't want to sleep by myself. I don't want to sleep in this room. It has terrible energy. I don't get a good vibe from the room. What type of vibe are you supposed to be getting from the room? I thought the room was lovely. So then he shows her his room and she was like, oh my God, you got the master? See, I like this room. This room has great energy. I need this room. Okay? I need this room. This is a room I want. Then she starts crying again. And so he was like, listen, I don't know how to handle an emotional woman. This woman looks like she's very emotional and needs a lot of attention. I'm just not that dude. And let me tell you something, Tom, I'm with you. I'm with you, Tom. There is no way I could be standing there with a straight face and look at this woman I just met in real life crying over a room. Talking about she don't want to sleep by herself. Honey, that's a ploy. She wanted to sleep with you. She wanted you to run over there, rub her back, kiss her face and say, baby doll, it's going to be okay. All right? I'm going to stay in this room with you. Okay, so what happens next is that apparently she gets drunk. And throughout the night, he stays with her. They didn't sleep together. He stays with her, and she done busted him in the nose and made it bleed. Because he has tissue shoved up his nose. And so she was like, what happened? And he said, well, you had a couple of drinks, and throughout the night, you hit me in the nose. He was like, pull down those sheets. Look at that blood. Look at that blood. And she was like, oh my God, I feel terrible. I'm so embarrassed. Oh my God, I did have a couple of drinks. No, Darcy. Okay, you had more than a couple. So, they got up, cleaned themselves up, and they go to this for a little boat ride. Very nice. It was beautiful. All right, and all throughout the breakdown and the crying and the boat ride, she had little hints about engagements, marriage. Okay, he just, he laughed those off. So then they start talking about, how many women had Tom been with, and so he was like, well, I've been with a few. I was with a couple with you. Well, I was with you. But I told them to back off a little bit because I want to know where this is going with Darcy, okay? He finds Darcy attractive, all right, funny. So he likes Darcy. But honey, he cannot get with Darcy and the crying and the emotional ways and the needy ways. I was like, Darcy, you better pump your brakes, okay? Don't be breaking up Jesse. Don't compare Tom and Jesse, okay? You need to just focus on Tom. And where this, you only got 2 weeks. What you gonna do, spend all the 2 weeks crying? Child, no. No. Tom is already full of himself. I don't know why he think he's so cute. Again, he is not George Clooney. Okay? But he was sweet in staying with her that night when she had a couple of drinks. I mean, she did bust him in the nose. He took her on a very nice boat ride, and child. That's Darcy and Tom. Okay. Now let's talk about Avery and Omar. It's 2 days and they're going to get married. Now, Avery goes dress shopping with her mom, and guess who joins? Omar. And her mama was like, in America, okay, the men don't go dress shopping. The men don't even supposed to see the wedding dress. Okay, so, but of course Omar, he wants to go, and he did, all right. And Avery, she wants something shiny, sparkly, like Cinderella type dress. So she tried on a couple of dresses, and one dress she tried on, Omar was like, absolutely not. It's too tight. I said, that's tight? I was like, I thought that was the prettiest dress she had on. But it was too tight. And since Omar said that it was too tight, she took it back, and then she got another dress. That dress was pretty too. Very sparkly. Everyone approved of the dress, Her mom paid for it. And her mom was like, this is not my daughter. Okay. My daughter would never let someone tell her what she can and what she can't wear. My daughter would never have a guy tell her that, and she would accept it. But here she is, accepting everything that Omar is telling her and to do. Omar tells her to jump, she jumps. Her mom is just, oh my God. So they go out to eat, and her mom is just going at it with Omar. And so she said that she Googled Muslim wife. And let me just cut this down for you, friends. All right. Apparently what she read was, if you are not submissive to your husband, if you are mouthy to your husband, if you give your husband any lip, okay, he's going to bust you in it. He's going to hit you. So she was like, you gonna hit my daughter? And so he was like, no, there's 2 different, philosophies here. And he was like, I'm not gonna hit your daughter, okay? And then here's Avery, you're not gonna hit me, right? And I'm like, her mama need to go home, okay? Her mama needs to get over it. She is there. Avery is not going to change. She loves this boy. She's going to marry him in 2 days. This is where she's going to stay. And you might as well get over Mama Avery. Okay. She still don't know that Avery's planning on living in Syria. Child. Nothing much went on with Avery and Omar. And that's it. All right, let's talk about Benjamin and Akini. All right, there's Benjamin. He is on his way to Kenya to meet the love of his life. He's spending some time with his beautiful son. How cute is his son? Oh my goodness. And he seems like a very sweet, fun, hands-on father. You can tell that he loves that boy. And his boy loves Benjamin. Did you just see how his face just lit up when they were talking? And his son gave him a hug and was like, I love you. Because he was telling his son that he was, going out of town. He did not tell his son about Akini because he just don't want his son to have that type of, he just don't want to have a conversation about Akini with his son in case, it don't work out with Akini. So it was just a very sweet, sweet moment. I really like that. Just adorable. So we have Akini. Akini is talking about how she's nervous because she hasn't really spoke to any white people. She's never dated a white boy. She's attracted to the tall, dark, and handsome. Well, honey, you ain't getting that with Benjamin. None of it. Okay? So her sister comes over, and apparently they was doing each other's hair. Now, I didn't see no hair doing. Only thing I seen was them just running their fingers through. I said, where's the hair stuff at? I thought y'all was doing each other's hair. Child. So her sister is talking about Benjamin and him coming over and how it's going to happen what's going to happen when Benjamin meets their dad and their brother. Because the dad is very traditional. I guess the dad is very hardcore. Now, Akini said that the dad does not like white people. He don't trust them. Okay, and the brother is overly protective, but she said most Kenyan brothers are in that culture. Benjamin has to get through the brother. After he gets through the brother, he has to get through the father. So he has to get through these two men to get to Akini. And let's not forget, he has to pay a bride's pay. He don't even know how much it is. But you have to pay to marry this girl. So, she's talking to her friend, and they're out there in the street. Did y'all see the passerbys, the people just standing by? They was looking at that camera, people like, what in the world is this? What is going on? You can tell they were just thrown by that. And so her friend was like, saying that, she was like, Akini was always, looking at white movies and into white culture. She was like, Akini always loved the whites. But she was like, she's worried for her friend because she was like, I don't know if this is going to, really work out. And so then her friend, or was it Akini? One of them was talking about how, they always have heard that white American men had money. Again, another myth, because honey, as we seen, Benjamin don't have any money. I wonder if foreign people really think that about all the United States, all Americans, that we are just rich. That every American, are just rich. Honey, let me tell you. No. So, Benjamin, he's been traveling for 30 hours. Oh my God. When he got off that plane, he looked so tired. He looked beat. Okay. So he gets there. Akini is so nervous. He gets there and they just hug, kissy kissy, huggy huggy. And they look sweet together. I mean, very sweet, because she was nervous she was nervous on how she was going to react to Benjamin. You know, would she be attracted to him? And honey, she was. I mean, she was kissing him and hugging him, and he was just so excited to see her. That was a very sweet moment. So I guess they're on their way back to her house, or he's staying in the hotel, child. I don't know. And so she's like, you look so tired. And he was like, yeah. He was like, I'm worn out. 30 hours I've been up because I've been so nervous about this trip. But he was like, she is so beautiful. The compliments that he gives this girl, I just love that. So anyway, we will see how this works out. All right. Let me know what you all think. All right. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends. Bye.